Good morning, everyone. Lonewulfrick here. It is a Sunday morning here in Las Vegas, about 8 a.m. 64 degrees at the time of the starting of this video. Beautiful morning this morning. A little bit of a breeze, keeping things in check. It's supposed to get up to a high of 83 today, so it's going to be a nice day today. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. As we just kind of like cruise around the strip here, see what's going on. And I thought this morning we might do something a little bit different. Since it's NFL Sunday, I thought maybe we would take a look at the betting lines. See what's going on here in Vegas as far as the sports betting world and what the betting lines are for these games coming up this morning and this afternoon, this evening. It's kind of a busy weekend here in Las Vegas. Town was full. A lot of activities going on as far as the gambling and everything. So I think all the corporations and hopefully the business owners, the small business owners are happy and got to make some money this weekend out of everybody that came to town here. I know the hotels did anyway, the big corporations. I posted a bunch of videos yesterday. I was out and about quite a bit all day yesterday. So if y'all would give those a check out, I would greatly appreciate it. Alright, so let's talk a little bit of NFL action here for this Sunday, which is November the 7th. And what I'll do is I'll give you the game. I'll give you what the opening betting line was, and then we'll take a look at how the line has moved going in just a couple hours away from game time here. So the first game on the docket was Houston Texans against the Miami Dolphins. That game opened at -6.5 for the Dolphins. Now what that means, if you've never bet a game before, is they set a line of Miami -6.5. And if you bet on Miami, they have to win by 7 or more points. It's like for you to win your bet. If you make the bets on the Houston Texans, you're actually starting out getting 6.5, plus 6.5. So they can still lose the game, but as long as they don't lose by more than 6, you would win your bet. That's kind of how it goes. That's what the lines mean. So anyway, the game opened at -6.5. Miami was the favorite. That has been bet down to 5.5. The total of the game, which you can bet the total points that both teams will score in the game. The line opened at 46, and that has been bet up a little bit to 46.5. The next game on the docket is Denver at the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys opened a 9.5 point favorite, and that game has been bet up to 10 points. So that means Dallas is a 10-point favorite, and to win your bet on Dallas, they'd have to win by more than 10. The total in that game is 49, and that opened at 49.5. So the public has bet that game down a little bit, that both teams won't score 49.5 points. All right, the Vikings and the Ravens. Baltimore opened a 6-point favorite, and that has stayed the same. Baltimore is still a 6-point favorite. The total opened 49.5, and that has been bet up to 50.5. The New England Patriots and the Carolina Panthers. That game opened New England minus 3.5 point favorite, and is still 3.5 point favorite. The over-under is 41.5, and that is still the same also. That total has not moved, still 41.5 points. Buffalo Bills at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Buffalo opened a 14.5 point favorite, and that line has not moved. That's still 14.5. The total opened at 48.5, and it is still 48.5 points. The Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals in a divisional matchup here. That game opened the Cincinnati Bengals minus 2.5, and that game has been bet down to 2. So Cincinnati's a 2-point favorite now, and the total opened at 47, and the total is now at 47.5. The Las Vegas Raiders are playing at the New York Giants. Las Vegas opened a 3-point favorite, and is still a 3-point favorite in that game. The total opened at 45.5 and has been bet up to 46.5. The Atlanta Falcons at the New Orleans Saints. New Orleans opened a 6-point favorite, and they are still a 6-point favorite in that game. The total opened at 42, and it's still at 42 right now. The Los Angeles Chargers at the Philadelphia Eagles. The Chargers opened a 2-point favorite, and that game has been bet down as the Chargers are now a 1.5-point favorite. The total opened at 50.5, and that has been bet down to 49.5. The Green Bay Packers, minus Aaron Rodgers, he's not playing today, at the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City opened a 7-point favorite, or they adjusted the line to a 7-point favorite once Aaron Rodgers was announced wasn't going to play. But Kansas City is a 7-point favorite, and they're still a 7-point favorite. The total opened at 48, and it is still at 48 points. The Arizona Cardinals at the San Francisco 49ers. That line opened at Arizona was a 1-point favorite, and that line is now 3. And the total opened at 45, and it has been bet up to 45.5. And then tonight, the NBC game, the Tennessee Titans at the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams opened a 7.5-point favorite, and it has been bet down to 7. And the total opened at 53.5, and that has been bet down to 52. So that's quite a move for a total from 53.5 to 52, as people are loving the under in that game a little bit. And then on Monday Night Football, we got the Chicago Bears at the Pittsburgh Steelers, at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh opened a 6.5-point favorite, and they're still a 6.5-point favorite. The total in that game opened at 40, which was the lowest total of the weekend, and it has been bet down by the bettors to 38.5. So that's the new total of that game. And that's it. That's your NFL card for Sunday, November 7th. So maybe give you a little bit of interest if you have a specific game that you're watching. Now that you know what the totals are and what side is favorite, they give you something to kind of watch. It's like to see if a line moved. You know, did it move the right direction, or was the public right? If it did move, and you know where it drops or went up, or did the public guess wrong and the house won the money? So just a little something else to watch there on this NFL Sunday here. other than that, like I said, I posted 5 videos yesterday. Just kind of cruising around the strip and everything. So started at 8 a.m. just like today, doing this walk for exercise that I always do every day, or most days anyway. And ended up last night about 7 o'clock. I was over at the Venetian and just kind of roaming around there and enjoyed the day. Good relaxing day at the Venetian. It was very nice watching the gondola rides and just kicking back and just kind of taking it easy. So all right, so what is everybody else's on agenda today as far as a nice Sunday? Hopefully the weather's nice wherever you're at. I mean, here in Vegas, it's still a barbecue weather. I mean, people haven't put the covers on the barbecue yet. It's still it's still great weather for that. As we're here on November 7th, as Christmas kind of starts getting closer and closer. You know, walking through the Fashion Show Mall yesterday, they've already got started putting their Christmas decorations out. So that's 'tis the season. Take a look around here. Take a look across the way here at the Aria. And we got the Waldorf Astoria right here. Hey, did everybody see, I didn't mention this yesterday, but did everybody see where MGM Grand, who is the owner of the Mirage Hotel, has put the Mirage up for sale? Which is, to me, kind of an interesting move. I mean, the Mirage still does a pretty tremendous business. I know it's starting to age a little bit. You know, let's say what's a Mirage, about 30 years old now, a little over 30 years old. And but still, it's like it still does a pretty good volume. It's still in pretty good shape. Now, I don't know mechanically how it is, but you know, it still looks like it's in pretty decent shape. The rooms still get pretty good reviews. So it's kind of interesting. It's like that property's up for sale. You know, they spent all that money on the Cosmopolitan, and you know, they bought that a few weeks ago. So maybe maybe they're looking to recoup some cash back. And said the Mirage was kind of the odd property out. Now, as far as the MGM properties go, it does kind of sit a little ways from themselves, and you know, it's kind of like an island upon itself where it's located at, because it's kind of right next to Caesar's Palace, which is owned by Caesar's Resort Entertainment. So, just interesting. Things change here in Las Vegas all the time. I know Caesars has announced that they have, you know, 1 or 2 of their properties that they're looking to move, put up for sale. So we'll see what happens with that. And you know, the Tropicana was sold to that Bally's group out of Atlantic City. So they take over sometime after the first of the year. So we will see if they put some money into that property. As that one's starting to show its age just a little bit. So hopefully it's like they can revitalize that and get it going again, and put some money into it and get it up and going again. And then we have the Palms on Flamingo. You know, the Palms that was built by the Maloof family, the Maloof brothers. That property was sold out to the San Manuel gaming tribe out of Southern California. Take a look at that Gucci display. I like this mantle clock. I think that's super cool. So they're going through, the San Manuel tribe's going through all of the gaming regulations right now. So I would imagine they should get that after the first of the year also, to where we'll start seeing some movement there and getting that property back open again. That property has been closed. Good weekend for the hotels, as they were all almost sold out. So we just walked through the Shops of Crystals. It's the gateway to the Aria, it says. And I think that's it. I think I will just kind of be roaming the strip again today and see if we can see anything of any importance or anything. Thank you very much for watching today. We greatly appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We'd greatly appreciate that. And over 2,000 subscribers now. Almost 1,300 videos. So we appreciate you joining our YouTube families. And to our YouTube subscribers, thank you all very much. We appreciate you, and we appreciate your support. And everybody, you take care, and we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody.